How do I become more aware of my unconscious biases? It's about understanding how these unconscious filters, these questions are some of the most searched for on YouTube. We're diving into a book called Thinking at the Speed of Bias. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wizenote, where we're going to transform the wisdom of today's most impactful books into actionable insights for your life. So have you ever caught yourself making a snap judgment about someone and wondered, where'd that come from? Or perhaps you've asked, why do I keep making the same mistakes in my relationships or at work? If these questions resonate with you, you're not alone, and today's episode of Wizenote is for you. We're diving into a book called Thinking at the Speed of Bias by author Sara Taylor, a book that unveils the unconscious filters that shape our thoughts, our behaviors, and really our reality, often without us realizing. Now, the book isn't just about recognizing biases. It's about understanding how these unconscious filters, what Sara calls filters, influence everything from our daily interactions to major life decisions. The big question the book helps you answer is, how can I identify and change the biases that hold me back? But it also tackles other essential questions like, why do I sometimes react negatively to people who are different than me? And how can I become more aware of my own unconscious filters to improve my decision making? These questions are some of the most searched for on YouTube when it comes to understanding and overcoming unconscious biases. They're questions that reflect a deep desire to grow and to understand ourselves better and to create more meaningful connections in our lives. So, first off, let's talk about awareness. One of the most profound questions this book addresses is, how do I become more aware of my unconscious biases? Sara explains this as the biases and the filters and how they operate so quickly that we often aren't aware they're at play. She introduces the concept of active consciousness, a practice that involves slowing down your thought processes to catch up to the speed of bias. It's about pausing to question your initial reactions before they translate into actions. So second, the book asks, what can I do to change these biases? Sara emphasizes that awareness alone isn't enough. You need to actively work on shifting your filters. This involves recognizing when a bias has influenced your thought and when consciously choosing a different, more equitable response would be appropriate. It's a developmental process that requires patience and commitment, but it's essential for your own personal growth. Lastly, how do I apply this understanding to create more equitable environments at work and in my community? This is a question many leaders and individuals grapple with. And Sara offers practical strategies for applying these insights on a broader scale. So whether you're a manager looking to create a more inclusive workplace or individuals seeking to contribute positively to society, Thinking at the Speed of Bias provides the tools that you need. Who should listen to my podcast that I did with Sara Taylor? If you're someone who's ever felt frustrated by your own reactions or wondering why certain patterns have repeated over and over in your life, this book offers the clarity you need. It's for anyone who wants to understand their unconscious mind and use the knowledge to become more effective personally and professionally. So let me summarize this. First one is become aware of your biases. Use active consciousness to slow down and recognize your unconscious filters. 2, shift your filters. Awareness is just the beginning. Commit to actively changing how your biases influence your thoughts and actions. And 3, apply insights for equality. Use these strategies to create more inclusive and effective environments in your personal and professional life. So by engaging with this wise note, you're taking the first step toward becoming more aware of the unconscious influences in your life. And the question now is, what will you do with the awareness that you get? Will you let your filters control you, or will you take control of your filters? So for everyone listening, I want to thank you for joining us on this episode of Wise Notes. And if you found it insightful, to be sure to share and subscribe the button below for more wisdom from today's most impactful books. Again, I'm Greg Voisin, the host of Inside Personal Growth and the host of Wise Notes, reminding you to stay aware, stay committed, and keep challenging your personal biases. Thanks for listening.